Hey folks, Steve here with Adventure Outdoors, and I recently picked up a Dutchware Chameleon hammock. This hammock replaces my Clark jungle hammock that I had for years, simply because I wanted a flatter lie. And after research, I determined that the Dutchware Chameleon might be the hammock that I was looking for. I purchased it, I've used it, and so far I'm loving it. For cold weather hammock camping, I've always used some kind of an air pad, a mattress or something. I've never used an underquilt. But this time I thought, let's do some research on underquilts. And after doing that research, I found out they are quite expensive. Of course I can afford it. Kind of YouTube money I make. But part of me thought, can you make something or devise another underquilt just for the challenge?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to say good evening to you and welcome to the Jazz Corner of the World. Coming to you tonight from the Jazz Corner of the World is...
So I have made a DIY hammock underquilt that actually works. So I know you want some details, so let's get into that and show you how well it works, and it's cheap. Okay, let's cover the details quickly as possible, because I know y'all got cat videos to go watch. That's a lot better than this. All right, I was in Lowe's and I was in the paint department looking for some paint for another project. I saw this 6x9 dual layer canvas / plastic drop cloth. Very interesting looking material. Canvas on one side, the lightweight canvas, and it was infused with a rubber coating on the other side. And I thought, this might make the beginnings of a pretty decent DIY underquilt. I doubt this will show that well on video, but the one side is the lightweight canvas while the other side has that rubber coating. So air and water are not getting through this, and it was 15 bucks. All right, before we go any farther, let me say that I'm not an underquilt expert. However, on YouTube, all you got to do is make 4 videos about something, and then you can claim your expertise on virtually any subject in the world. But the problem that I have with underquilts is most of them are cut 45 inches wide, and that certainly will not cover your body if you want to lie diagonally. So I wanted to overcome that problem by lying diagonally on a flat lie. I wanted complete body coverage, which I just don't see many underquilts accomplishing that. The underquilt as it is will obviously have a certain amount of insulative properties to it. But I wanted to add to that, and I looked for some material, and I found some very interesting material at a particular, well, let's just say I'm getting ready to get my man card pulled. I found it at Joann's Fabric. The material I found is called Warm Window. It's an insulated shade lining. It's got like 4 layers to it. It's lightweight, and I thought, maybe this will do the trick. Here's a view of the material. The outer layer has a cloth-like material. Flip it over, it has this white, and then I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like a felt type material. There are the 4 different layers of this insulated material. According to the website, it has a moisture resistant liner, a high density hollow fiber, a reflective polyethylene moisture vapor barrier, and also a metallized polyethylene film with air trapping polyester. The R value is 7.69. The material is 6 foot wide, and I bought a length of 7 foot. It was on sale, and I got this piece of material for $32. I cut the fabric to fit, and to attach it, I simply use some spray glue because the underside has that rubber coating and it holds it in place, and I can also remove it easily to reposition if necessary. You don't need much glue, just hit it in a few spots and it will hold it in place just fine. I gathered the ends, put bungee shock cords on the ends, and there it is, ready to hang. I used small Night Eyes S-beaners to attach it to my existing hammock strap with the bungee cords, and that's how I attach both ends. On the cloth itself, I gathered the ends, punched a hole, and then just ran the shock cord through it and tied a knot. So how did I attach it to the hammock to keep it in place? Well, that was actually very easy. Dutch provides these rings that are sewn onto the outside of the hammock all the way around. So all I did was grab some even smaller Night Eyes S-beaners and just punched it through the fabric and clipped it to these rings. There's several of them around the hammock, and this underquilt is not going anywhere.
Coming to you tonight from the Jazz Corner of the World is
Floppy Circus.
Bruno Records presenting to you these very talented artists. The trumpet will have Lee Morgan. How about a big hand for Lee Morgan?
Okay, that's pretty much it. Before I forget, did I happen to mention that this is not ultralight? Because I know what's coming. Hey man, that's not ultralight, and I hope you and your entire family die in a violent automobile crash. That's what's coming. But anyway, not ultralight. You're going to use this car camping. You know, I like to go into state parks, you know, where I've got the adventure van and maybe throw the hammock on a tree or something. It's 5.1 pounds. It's like a big old sleeping bag that you're carrying with you. So I weighed it with all the clips and everything on it. So 5.1 pounds. However, let's just round it off and say I've got $50 in this thing. It's basically disposable now, because if it gets ripped or anything like that, I can just go over to Lowe's and grab a new cloth and reattach everything. So there you go. Take it for what it's worth. It's not ultralight, but it's a cool little project. You can have you a nice warm underquilt without spending a lot of money. I will test it and give you some ideas and give you some feedback. I've laid in it so far at about 46 degrees for about an hour and a half, and it did fine. It was toasty warm. But I'll do some more stuff in the future. I'm Steve. Have a great day, and remember, this was not ultralight.